Hello students, I am Irene. In this video, you will learn your class 12 computer science topic, working with Python functions. The subject code is 083. In this chapter, you will learn introduction about Python functions, understanding functions, defining functions, flow of execution in a function call, passing parameters, returning values from functions, composition, scope of variables, and mutable or immutable properties of passed data object. Let us begin with introduction. Usually, large programs are avoided because it is difficult to manage a single list of instructions. Thus, a large program is broken down into smaller units known as functions. A function is a named unit of a group of program statements. This unit can be invoked from other parts of the program. Use of function. The most important reason to use functions is to make program handling easier, as only a small part of the program is dealt with at a time, thereby avoiding ambiguity. Another reason to use functions is to reduce program size. Also, functions make a program more readable and understandable to the programmer, thereby making program management much easier. Now let us learn the definition of a function. A function is a subprogram that acts on data and often returns a value. I repeat, a function is a subprogram that acts on data and often returns a value. Let us understand functions. Programming languages support functions. Functions can be created in a program that can have arguments or values given to it if needed, that can perform certain functionalities, that is some set of statements, that can return a result also. For example, to add two numbers, function can be written in Python like this. Otherwise, you can say, if you wanted to write a function in Python, it should start with the keyword def, followed by the name of the function. Here the name of the function is sum. The variables or identifiers within the parentheses are the arguments or parameters. These are the values given to this function. Here x and y are the values or the arguments to the function sum. There is a colon at the end of def line, meaning it requires a block. The statements indented below the function define the functionality of the function. This block, we can say the indented statements under the definition, is called as body of the function. Here there are two statements in the body of the function sum. The return statement returns the computed result of this function definition sum. So let us see the parts of the functions one by one. The function definition starts here by the keyword def. When you see the keyword def, you can understand the function definition starts from there, followed by name of the function. Here the name of the function is sum. The next one is arguments to the functions. Here x and y are arguments to the function sum. And next one, what you can see is colon. It specifies, it requires a block. Surely this is the block. These two statements are the block of the function sum, and they are also called as body of the function sum. And this function definition returns a computed result using the keyword return. And the whole box is the definition of the function sum. So only these three lines states that they are the function definition. And the next box, what you can see is not a part of a function sum, that is the part of the main program. And in the part of the main program you can see a function call inside a print statement. Calling or invoking using a function. To use a function that has been defined earlier, function call statement should be written in Python. To call a function or to invoke a function or to use a function, the syntax is the name of the function and followed by value to be passed to arguments within parentheses. Here I repeat again, the name of the function followed by value to be passed to argument within parentheses. This is the syntax to call or to invoke or to use a function. For example, to call the function sum defined above, the function call statement will be the name of the function followed by the values inside parentheses. Here the name of the function is sum. The values are 3 and 4 inside the parentheses because this sum function, it takes two parameters x and y. For x, value 3 is passed and for y, value 4 is passed. Another function call for the same statement. Here two variables a and b are created by assigning the values 10 and 20. These variables are passed as arguments for this function sum. Previously we have learned the values or literals 3 and 4 were passed as arguments. Here the variables a and b are passed as arguments. From this we can understand for a function a value or literal or a variable can be passed as arguments. Let us consider one more function definition example. Here there is a function definition to find the cube of a variable x. So here it has two indented statements. So these two are the body of the function definition cube. Here the result variable, it computes the value of the cube of x and return statement returns the computed result. So now let us see in how many ways a function can be called or invoked. Here the first method, passing literal as argument in function call. We know very well literal means they are values. So how a value can be passed as the argument we'll see. To call the function we use only the name of the function. Here the name of the function is cube. We have used the name of the function here and it takes one parameter x. So for that parameter we have passed the literal or value 5 as an argument. This is one of the methods. The second method, passing variable as argument in function call. We know very well variable represents labeled storage locations whose value can be manipulated during program run. Here a variable num is created and it takes the value 10. So this variable num is passed as argument to the function called cube. So from this we can understand in the previous example we have learned a literal or value was passed as an argument. Here in this method we have learned a variable also can be passed as an argument if it is assigned with a value. The third method, taking input and passing the input as argument in function call. So to take an input we use the input statement. Here in this example we have taken an integer input. You can see here the int keyword is used here. So the integer input is taken and it is assigned to the variable n. That variable is passed as an argument to this function called cube. So during the execution of the program also the value can be received from the user and that value can be passed as an argument to the function. The fourth method, using function call inside another statement. So here the function called cube of 5 is used inside the print statement. So in this way also function call can be used. The fifth method, using function call inside an expression. So a function call can be used in an expression also. Here we have used the function call cube of 10 as one of the operands in an expression. Here the computed result of cube of 10 will be powered with number 2 and it will be stored in square of cube. So in this way also function call can be used. So from the above examples we understand that the syntax of the function call is very similar to that of the declaration except the keyword def and colon are missing. Here there is an example for function declaration. Here the function declaration starts with the keyword def and name of the function sum and parameters x and y, and there is a colon at the end. The function call of this function declaration is just the name of the function and the values passed in the parameters. There is no colon at the end, as well as there is no keyword def. And this is the function call and this is a function declaration. Now let us see the function types of Python. Python has built-in functions, functions defined in modules, and user-defined functions. Now let us see what are built-in functions. Built-in functions are predefined functions and are always available for use. Example, len, type, int, input, etc. These functions are predefined functions and also called as built-in functions. Now let us see what are functions defined in modules. These functions are predefined in particular modules and can only be used when the corresponding module is imported. For example, if you wanted to use the sine function, its corresponding math module has to be imported beforehand, since the definition of sine function is written in the math module. So the next function type, user-defined functions. These are defined by the programmers. For example, we have a function definition here. The function definition takes the keyword def and name of the function greet. This function prints a message, God bless you. So this is one of the example for user-defined function.